What is up guys, it's your boy Ace. Today I wanted to take a look at Muriel, a support caster within Paragon, and from my personal experience I think Muriel is going to allow for some sweet plays, some great clutch saves, and overall definitely benefits any team that she's on. Some example of this are in this footage. Her ultimate is crazy, her passive is useful, so definitely don't let that innocent face fool you. This is one girl you don't want to play around with. Before we get going, I just wanted to let you know that this is footage from the competitive QA team that work for Epic Games. They sent me a couple more heroes as well, so be sure to look out for that in the near future. So like I mentioned, Muriel is a support caster, and within Paragon, each hero has two affinity types. Muriel's affinity types are order and growth. Now you may be wondering, what are affinities and how do they affect the game? Well, these are just the type of specialized cards you can pick along with neutral cards. For example, in this Murdoch footage, you can see we have some blue, red and grey cards. The blue and red cards belong to a certain affinity, while grey cards are neutral, and so any hero can pick these. Murdoch's affinities, Fury and Intellect, are red and blue, hence that's why his deck contains colours of this type. So if you're making a Muriel deck, you would be picking cards that were green, white, along with the neutral grey. Also, when building a deck, it's important to note the type of damage that your hero deals so that you're stacking those stats. In this example, we can see that the primary scaling damage Muriel does is energy. So you want to be including energy increasing stats, whereas if you're increasing physical damage increasing stats, they'd have no effect on your hero. Now let's take a look at Muriel's passive Clutch Save. Clutch Save grants bonus health regeneration aura to nearby shielded allies. The health regeneration aura applies to any ally with a shield from any source. This is a great support passive which really comes alive when Muriel is near allies. So if you're playing Muriel, it's best not to wander off by yourself. I felt when playing Paragon, having a Muriel on my team was always an advantage over picking another hero type, because in the late game Muriel has the ability to keep the whole team alive with her AoE spells. Orb is Muriel's auto attack. It's pretty straightforward, a long range low damage attack. Nothing really special here because again Muriel is a support caster, so dealing damage isn't what she's built for. Her right mouse button, boot, fires an orb towards your reticle. If Muriel or an ally pick up the orb, they are shielded and gain a burst of movement speed. This burst of movement speed is such a huge bonus, because if an enemy is trying to flee, you can easily catch up, or if you need to flee, you can do so without being destroyed. It definitely makes for some great tactics, so I'm interested to see how people use this ability. Muriel's Q, Drain, fires out a projectile in a line that passes through all enemies hit. Any enemies hit are slowed and take damage, stops at heroes. So this ability is pretty straightforward. It seems like a lot of emphasis has been put on giving Muriel the ability to slow down enemies and speed up allies, which will make for some interesting combinations. The fact that it says stops at heroes would mean that the projectile can pass through multiple enemy minions but only a single hero. I haven't verified this, but from the description that's my understanding. AoE shield / heal, Muriel's E, allows her to create an AoE bubble that applies a shield to friendly heroes. At the end of the ability, the bubble collapses, damaging enemy heroes in it. This group shield is so useful in team fights. I can't tell you how many times we've been in a massive team fight and Muriel has dropped an AoE shield and it's turned the battle in our favour. Reversal of Fortune. This has to be the coolest ultimate ability in terms of visual effects, along with Gideon's Black Hole. Muriel targets an ally anywhere on the map. After a short delay, she grants the ally a shield and will fly across the map to their location. Once Muriel arrives, she will knock enemies away and shield allies near her target. I'm not even going to discuss how cool this ultimate ability is. I'm just going to show you right now. So when you press R, you enter sort of like a targeting mode that allows you to pick one of your allies. Once you've selected an ally, you just let the ability do its thing. Muriel will fly across the map and you get a bird's eye view of Agora. I hope you enjoyed this short look at Muriel. A lot of you have been asking for like specific builds and different guides. The problem with this is that Paragon is still in a very early alpha, and cards, builds, abilities, they're all changing every single week. So it's really difficult to pinpoint a specific build at this time which won't be outdated in the following week. I definitely plan on doing builds, guides and an in-depth analysis of each hero in the future, probably once Paragon is out of NDA. For now, I'm just covering the basics of the abilities. Even the abilities could change in the future, but they're less likely to change as much as stuff like cards and specific builds are. Anyways, leave a comment on what you think about Muriel, thumbs up if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more Paragon content, and check out my other videos here.